Try are the gods who hold dominion over the world. The givers of light. The stewards of the wilds. The guardians of the dead. Some manipulate mortals. Create catastrophes. Send monsters to terrorize the land. Such are the whims of the gods. And I am Heliod, the greatest of these. Yet something ominous gnaws at the edges of my world. Akros is home to fierce warriors, yet they struggle against hordes of minotaurs. In Meletus, the city of philosophers, oracles foresee disaster. And Satessa, a haven in the wilds, is terrorized by monsters like none have seen before. My world is filled with heroes, but none of them are strong enough to defeat the enemy hiding in plain sight among them. Yet, I know one who is. She does not wish to be a hero, but fate has other plans for her. Elspeth will save Theros from the usurper who would steal it from me. Darkness approaches, and she must become the hero she was meant to be.
So much power, so much adoration. And what do the gods do with it? They meddle. Ithara coddles the humans like children, while Phoenix, ever amused by their torment, finds new ways to enjoy them. Karametra strives to keep the mortals sheltered from the gathering shadows. And Mogis has seized the opportunity to set his minotaurs upon them. But standing among their ranks is the sun god's champion, Elspeth. Will her heroism be enough to save them? Oh, yes. So now, they revel in their victory, while I make my place in the sky, among the gods. Darkness approaches. May the fates aid any who venture into the night alone.
When does a hero's journey begin? The moment you step outside the safety of your home? Or when you realize the fight has just begun? Is it when you comprehend how small you are compared to the vastness of what threatens to destroy you? When did you learn that the journey isn't a lonely road, and you didn't have to face the darkness alone? Lesser souls lose heart and lay down their swords, but a champion risks everything for the greater good. Take comfort in this. True heroes never die. The sun rises, the sun sets. But we all have to cross the river someday. Even her. Resign yourself to your glorious fate. I am coming to claim my prize.
All right, and hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's game of Dungeons and Dragons. My name is Kevin Ryan, and I'm gonna be your dungeon master for tonight's evening. Tonight, guys, tonight is episode 40 of Companions of Strength, an Odyssey of Theros, and I'm super excited. How are you all doing?
Awesome.
I'm doing real good, man.
Well, let me bring in you guys. All right. Oh, I got Jesse's video turned off.
Why?
There we go.
It's a request from the viewers.
Yep. They didn't no longer wanted to see you. So,
Yeah, it is.
before we get started, just like always, we do have a couple announcements to get through. Our first announcement, very first announcement, is if you guys have not followed our channel yet, or you're not subscribed, this is your chance to do it right now before the game officially starts. You can go ahead and subscribe. That means you'll no longer see any advertisements on Twitch for this stream. And you know what? I don't like anything more than when it's free. And if you want a free subscription to our channel, it's only $5 a month. But if you want one free, then if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can connect it to your Twitch account and you get one free subscription to a creator of your choice. And we would thankfully prefer that it would be us, but we understand you can pay the $5 anyways.
Wait, are you saying that if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can get a free subscription? Scott, did you know that?
Really?
Yes.
I don't know these two.
That is right. That
Please
is right, Max.
Tell me more.
Well, it's mostly because Amazon owns Twitch. But in the meantime, also, if you guys have not watched our previous episodes up until now, all of our previous episodes are back on YouTube at Companions of Strength, and all you can watch, catch up, figure out where our players are from now over the past 40 episodes. We do recommend that you start on episode 3 because there was very bad audio problems on episodes 1 and 2. And I have to preface that every single time because it was our mistake. But it's okay because we did fix it in episode 3. You guys can go check that out now. Yeah. Oh, and we're at 60 followers. And that means we're only 40 followers away from our 100 follower goal. And we're getting much closer to becoming Twitch partners. So exciting. Very, very exciting. Our second announcement is, if you guys have not checked out the I Call Him Him book trilogy by our very own Scott W. Kimack over on Amazon. See, we're an Amazon friendly channel here. We got lots of things on Amazon. Jeff Bezos, if you want to send us a check, we'll thankfully accept it. So go ahead and check out the I Call Him Him book trilogy. Is a kind of like a fantasy dystopian future post-apocalyptic thriller series. And yeah, like I said, it's written by our very own Scott Kimack. Scott, if you could give us just a quick rundown, what do you think the series is about? Like in 2 sentences.
In 2 sentences. Oh, okay.
5 words. 5 words. You got 5 words.
First
Okay.
sentence, 5 words. Second sentence, 6 words. Go.
And it's got to rhyme. It's got to be 10.
Rhyme?
It's got to be 10 syllables like a haiku.
Wow.
All right. Let's see. A post-apocalyptic world, a quest for vengeance. But will his quest for revenge consume his soul? Okay. Is that good?
I like it, man.
It was all right.
It works.
It needs a little work. It needs a little workshopping, but it's all right.
I think if you borrow some of Kevin's audio effects,
Yeah.
it'll work.
Kapew, kapew.
In
Also,
a
guys,
land where
if-
one
if-
man on his quest for vengeance.
There we go.
Really? There
I
you go,
like
Kevin.
that.
and if you have Pandora and you put it on the AC/DC station as you read, it's like you have a score for the story.
There you go. There you go. All right. So that's one thing. Also, if you guys didn't know, if you want to support us directly and don't want your money to go to Amazon, you guys can donate down below. I know.
Hey man, he's got the penis chip. He doesn't need anything else, like honestly.
Right. Right. I know. If you want to donate to us directly, there's a donate button down below on our Twitch channel that will give you a link to a PayPal account where you can send money directly to us, and all that money goes directly to making the production quality of this stream better and bigger for everybody. So it's a much more pleasurable experience for the viewers. So go ahead and do that below. Other than that, I think that's all of our announcements. Oh, we do have one other announcement. We have a very, very special birthday. It is our very own Mr. Max Rojas's birthday the other day. And, you know, so we're super proud of you. You made it
Where's
one
that
more
word?
year.
Where's the sound effect, Kevin?
Oh.
Think about 1 year closer.
I am now, 6 fortnights old?
Nice.
I don't know what a fortnight is.
I think it's like something weird, like 7 years or something. Like...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just gonna do a fake math at that point.
All
Doing
right.
fake math with a game that's full of math.
Okay.
Here, wait. Let's look it up. I'm gonna look it up. How long
Oh,
is
Lord.
a fortnight?
Not the game.
14 days.
14
Oh,
days.
jeez. All
You're
right.
Oh, you're older than that.
Yeah.
Quite a few fortnights. I should have just said 2 weeks.
Your mini moons.
Fortnight is 2 weeks.
All right. Okay.
How long did you stay at the island? A fortnight. Does sound better.
It does. Has that little like, what the hell are you doing there? Like,
How long you be in Vegas for? A fortnight.
come home broke.
Right.
All right. So let's jump into the game, everybody. I feel like I need more dramatic music than this. Let's see what we got. Hold on.
Oh, and for our viewers, Lane is running a little bit late with his work. He will be here probably around 8 the latest. So just so y'all know.
Yes. So, last time on our adventure,
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Never gets old.
so last time on this adventure, the Companions of Strength, you all had met with the kind of the head folk in Setessa, whether it was Phoebe, the Huntress, or Silverbrow, this like centaur oracle, and previously you also spoke with a different type of oracle, a Sphinx, who gave you all predictions about the future and answered some of your questions about, where to go from where you guys are. Falapeno, you had visions blessed upon you by your mother, an amphora, this golden amphora that sat on top of a mountain, surrounded by thunderstorms. And
I just want to say, I think it's really shitty you should put it in the middle of that Storm Titan. That's all I'm saying.
You realize that this was probably referring to the mountains where you guys saw or heard that this Storm Titan was guarding. The Tempest Titan, the Elder Tempest. And so, in a mission to try to find and collect the various weapons of the gods, kind of told to you by this Sphinx Oracle, you all travel to Setessa to meet with them to find more information on how to receive the Ephyxis, the bow of Nylea. And after speaking with them, they told you that the bow is usually gifted to one who Nylea sees worthy and fit to wield such bow. And you all wanting to ask questions of Nylea and try to speak with her and plead your case of being worthy. You, along with Phoebe, the Huntress, began venturing into the woods and the forest, the deep thicket of forests known as the Nessian Woods, in search of an ancient grove that's said to have a mystical and ancient connection to the one god Nylea. And as you all step foot into the forest, the trees grow tall and large and dense, as you can maybe only see maybe 10, 15 yards in front of you, as the trees block vision in all directions. It is daylight, but you all begin your path following Phoebe in the forest. And that is where we begin our session today. So, Companions of Strength, what would you like to do?
All right.
You can hear the sounds of the forest and the birds and other wildlife beginning to emerge in Loudon.
And is it like dark out in here, or is it like?
I guess with an overcast in a sense from the branches, right? So
yes,
there's light, but
it's light
covered.
Yeah,
Canopies.
it's not considered dim light where you can't see. It's like affecting your vision, but it is shadowed from the dense canopy of trees above you, kind of blotting out the sun. You can occasionally see the occasional ray of sunshine peeking through some of the branches and shining onto the floor. The ground seems to be a mixture of like vines and tree roots and grass and hills and rocks. So it's not an easy path to traverse, but Phoebe seems to lead the way onto what path might be best to take, as there is no discerned concrete path of stone or anything cut out. You just guys are heading into forest.
And we're heading south, right?
North.
North? Oh, okay. All right. Making sure. You knew you were going, Kevin.
Yes, you guys are heading north from Setessa.
Okay. All right.
So, what are y'all doing? What's y'all's marching order? You guys don't have to necessarily be single file. You guys can spread out a little bit, but
I'll be in front with Grixis, and then
What if I don't want to be by you?
you don't have a choice. Because Jalapeno is going to be beside you no matter what.
It looks like we got another friend entering the chat.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
All right, who's that?
Uh-oh.
Welcome aboard.
So, yeah, I guess that's the marching order I could think of, unless Ixis would prefer to be in front. It's just,
I mean, I can be in front if y'all don't mind. I just think we
Okay.
gotta keep our cleric in the middle of y'all, like a
Okay, well-
like a diamond almost.
okay.
Well, I guess we're in the back then. All right, that's fine.
Well, you're in the front, Grexus.
Or a triangle. Yeah.
I'll be in the back, and then we'll have Ixis kind of straddling the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like,
And-
Ixis and Grexus in front. What is it? A Thracian and Jalapeno, I think.
Okay.
And then in front of them, I guess, is
Phoebe.
the Ranger. Phoebe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, she's about like a 5 yards ahead of y'all, like not super far out, but you guys can see her as she's kind of, guiding the way. She kind of turns back and says, "We'll want to be fairly silent. There are many creatures that wander these woods who would not like us encroaching on their territory."
My dear friend Phoebe, I think it is, by now, somewhat of a ridiculous thing to ask us to be silent, considering, to kind of look over at Grexus's plate mail and the noise he makes from his movements. It is, I think, unavoidable at this time.
But I guess I have to do this again then. She kind of waves her hands. And with that, there's like this little flash of green energy, and these little kind of like particles fall down on you all, almost like a mist. And you feel your footsteps and everything, your movements, even like the sounds of your plate armor and chainmail and other, armor pieces you have begin to soften and muten just a little bit. They begin to get more muffled, the sounds of your movements. And she casts Pass Without a Trace.
Okay, so that means we would have advantage.
You all have plus 10
Plus
to
10.
stealth.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I would like everyone to roll a
Damn
stealth
it.
check.
Let's see. Come on, Grexus, don't fail us now. Yeah.
22.
Oops. Sorry.
I really want to see this.
I had it at advantage. I'm sorry.
But you would be at disadvantage, Grexus.
Oh, I am at disadvantage?
Yes.
Because of your
Oh.
armor.
Oh, so I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 15.
That was horrible.
36. I am one with nature.
Dang.
All right. So Falapani, you have a 22. Grexus a
Yes.
15.
I
Ixis
guess,
a 36.
A 36.
We roll for a Thracian.
And I'm gonna roll for Phoebe.
Oh, you have his card, right? So 28.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm close, but no cigar. I'm over here.
Who's
I got a plus 11 to stealth, or I got
You're the-
11 to stealth.
You have to call him Twinkle Toes Thracian.
TA.
Or
Phoebe,
is he a disadvantage? Is he wearing
No,
armor?
no, because he's got that. He's got that.
I am not.
Okay.
He's got
Oh,
that
there he is.
bronze armor.
There he is. Hey,
Exactly,
Lane, how you doing?
guidance. I'm just kind of pitching in. I'm driving still, but at least this car has like Apple CarPlay, so I can actually hear you guys, kind of.
okay.
So I'm just gonna randomly throw shit in.
All right.
So
No problem.
So you said guidance on Grexus?
no guidance on. Actually, yeah, that's probably a better idea. This is a disadvantage.
+1.
So
18, or
16.
17. 16, yeah.
And Phoebe rolls a 31.
Ah, trying to catch up to me, Phoebe.
And so
It's not as good as Heprax with his 42s.
You know what? Heprax isn't here. He doesn't even exist right now.
So, you all begin to silently make your way through the forest. Seemingly, it seems that most of y'all are fairly well hidden. There are a couple, like as you guys are walking through the forest, you know, trying to stay out of the path, going from tree to tree. Every once in a while, Phoebe will kind of raise her hand and have everybody stop, and you guys hide behind a tree. There's a couple like doe that kind of like look up and like turn y'all's directions. You see their ears kind of like, and then they kind of like go back to eating, and you guys continue your way.
That's not food, Rexus.
Oh, darn it. I was getting a little hungry.
You guys continue on your way. You begin hearing this thud sound coming from a distance. There's this deep thud. You could feel like the ground shake ever so slightly. Just
I knock an arrow.
okay. Phoebe kind of holds up her hand, telling you to wait. Suddenly, the footsteps begin to get louder. And then suddenly, Thracian, you notice this first. The tree, like maybe 20 feet or so from Jalapeno, just goes, and you see this tree get ripped out of the roots and pulled up into the air. And you guys look, and there's this massive humanoid figure, maybe 40, 50 feet tall, just holding the trunk of this tree by its hand, just and begins like shaking it. And he kind of like chucks the tree, and you just see it disappear over the canopy. And begin.
That's that.
Phoebe's.
Yeah, you notice Jalapeno is just like standing still, like he's like a tree branch.
Yeah.
Just like this.
And I'm just like, what the hell is that?
I don't know. Why don't you go out there and ask it?
Baby, what is that?
Shh, shh, shh. You can see it begins like looking around.
I smack Ixis on the back of the head, just lightly.
It begins like scratching its head. It begins like picking its nose. You see this huge booger that gets like pulled out of its nose. It kind of like flicks it onto the ground and like hits the tree next to Jalapeno.
Juicy.
And it's like,
I love the wild so much.
and then it continues walking. It's quieter and quieter. You guys are left standing there in silence.
The hell was that?
I smack Ixis on the back of the head again.
I must apologize, my friend Phoebe. I must have missed when you told us, do not move. There is a giant creature about to stomp on us.
I didn't know how close it was, but it was interesting.
Kind of look at the booger. It was pretty damn close, Phoebe.
I didn't even see it until it ripped the tree up, so, I mean, in all fairness.
As with many things in this forest, if we do not bother it, it will not bother us.
I kind of look at the booger, and I look at the tree. Sorry about that. I kind of start walking away.
All right. You guys continue forward, and you guys like crisscross with the path that the this colossus was taking. And you see, as you like look down, there's this one row of trees that are just collapsed, maybe about 40 feet in width, of a line of trees has just fallen and collapsed over, and in the distance you can see the large creature just slowly getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
It seems, I guess, by the laws of nature, everything has its purpose then.
Indeed it does. Let's continue. This is going to be a long march. We're about
Yay.
through this forest and how dense it is. It will be a 2-day journey.
Did we leave like the chariots and all that stuff behind, and we just came in on foot?
No, we had to. They said we can't fly in there because of the canopy.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right.
Okay. So, yeah, I'll keep walking up front and trying to pay attention to what Phoebe's doing, I guess. Pick up as much as I possibly can from her expertise.
Sure. You see her she takes a few as you guys are continuing forward, she's inspecting the ground, picking up the grass. You see her reach her hand and grab this purple mush stuff, or not purple, but more like a brownish purple. And she picks it up and smells it. And she kind of holds her hand up to you. What do you smell?
I'm afraid it's going to be shit.
You are quite smart. That is what it is. But what
on
do you
your
smell
hands.
about it?
Oh,
Take a big whiff.
he goes,
Constitution check.
it smells
It's quite rancid. And make a
God save.
survival check.
yeah, make a survival check.
18.
18.
Adoration just kind of goes, I fuck with the dead, but even I do not play in shit.
18. I didn't see the. Okay.
Well, so far it smells as though it came out of something's ass, Phoebe.
Max, you rolled your survival check?
18.
Oh, I don't see it. All I see is the stealth one.
I see it.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. As you smell it, you get this weird, somewhat familiar iron scent. And you begin to realize it kind of smells like blood, but it's like a purplish color when you look at the feces itself.
Ew.
This
Someone ate a lot of
smells
jalapenos.
as old blood.
Yes. Blood of a creature that I'm not familiar with.
It seems quite more rancid than normal.
Indeed, it does.
Perhaps a blighted creature of sorts.
Could be. Let's continue. And she wipes it down on the ground.
I kind of force myself to offer her a little bit of water from my to wash her hands with.
No, she just continues on.
Oh.
As she's walking off, I can cast Prestidigitation to clean, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I clean her damn hands because she's gonna be touching me later.
This is why wizards won't buff rangers because of this shit.
It's yeah, her hands are clean.
Hold on, I got kicked from Roll20.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
like
that's why
this-
you couldn't see the roll.
The server was interrupted or something.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm back. Okay,
I need to do the same. I need to reload.
you all continue on for another couple of hours or so, making you guys, wade through the forest. What are you guys doing while the rest of y'all are traveling? I know Falapeno is studying Phoebe, but what are the rest of y'all doing?
I'm looking up in the canopies,
Okay.
keeping an eye up high, because I know out here there's probably something that will jump down on top of us if we're not careful. So that's what I'm doing.
Make a perception check.
That made me a little bit hard because I'm still loading.
Okay, you're good. My connection is restored, so I'm back.
Yeah, mine's not
The
loading.
Thracian is offering quiet prayers to his god for guidance.
Okay.
In regards to Titans and prayers for help, because that's gonna fucking suck.
You feel that he ensures that if you guys die, you will have a gentle passage to the underworld.
That's great. That's great. That's
Good understand.
just.
And we'll have a big party when we get there.
I already see the bird cage that's waiting for jalapeno.
By the way, are you guys getting echo off of me? Probably.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, wow. Okay, then I'll just leave myself unmuted. I didn't know if I was gonna echo or not.
Yeah, you seem fine right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Jalapeno. It's not a bird cage you should be finding. You should be worried about it. Maybe a chair that you should be worried about.
Or
And
being
like-
turned
Yeah,
into
just
a
let you know,
chair.
Jalapeno's not saying that in character, man.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Then never mind.
Grexus, what are you doing while you guys are traveling?
Grexus, when he was walking, he was looking around, and he saw a pink caterpillar on a leaf, and now that's all he can think about is how pretty caterpillars are.
Sounds good to me. That's right.
And this is the guy defending us.
And this is how Grexus gets poisoned by a pink, colorful caterpillar.
Hey, man, we're all city slickers, dude.
Well, to be fair, Grexus kind of grew up in the wilds of Rescos, the plains.
To be fair,
Yeah.
Grexus never grew up.
True.
Actually, Grexus was kind of wondering why Jalapeno cleaned off Phoebe's hand,
Yeah.
because
Well,
he
I'm
kind of
pretty
liked that smell.
I'm pretty sure Grexus forgot the long conversation they had about sanitizing your hands and not being a gross cat.
Taking a bath and
Yeah, he's kind of like, why didn't you just let her lick it off, you know?
that's how Grexus does it. That's how Grexus cleans himself.
Yeah, that's all. I bathed myself, right? You know.
We ever walk into like whenever he has like a his own apartment and something like that, or his own room when we're staying in the city, we're gonna go walk into his room. We're gonna see him like with the leg up and everything. Like
Hey, man, he's got the most expensive scratching post in all of Melatees. But
Alright.
that's pretty much it. There's not much to do in the woods. We forget, DM, these are two guys from an urban city. It's not like, they're not going out picking mushrooms. We don't know what to do.
No, I get you.
I mean,
Ixis,
if Phoebe
did you make that perception?
disappears, is our biggest fear right now is if Phoebe
Yeah, let me get
disappears, we're like, great. We're gonna be 10 years in these Setessan woods,
15.
going in circles.
Mhm. Ixis, you looking up into the canopy. It's very thick and it's hard to make out much. You do see like the occasional owl or large bird at sitting on a tree branch, kind of looking down. You see the occasional snake, like large, like anaconda-like snake that wraps around a tree like a python and crawls up and just hangs on one of the tree branches. As you guys continue forward.
Now, and the emo kid has a friend on the tree.
Wow.
Hanging.
Wow.
Spicy.
So, you guys continue on for another 3 hours or so.
Mhm.
Phoebe still.
DM.
Let me make a roll for Phoebe real quick.
DM,
You
while we
lost.
walk, can I make a religion check on Krufix?
Okay. What are you trying to? What are you trying to discern?
recall something like pretty much because he knows that like Krufix and then what's her name, Goddess of Fate, or that we're having issues with, were like the two originals. Is what he believes.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really know Jack. He can't. I can't remember off the top of my head jack shit about Krufix, but I'm trying to remember in character. Like, is he still actively worshipped? Is he just kind of disappeared? Stuff like that.
So Krufix is not. As far make a religion check.
Can you make one for me with guidance?
Sure.
I really can't roll right now.
Max, if you could roll his religion.
I can roll my car if you want to.
No,
Yeah,
I'll roll
depending on how many flips you get, that's how that's your
Lane,
Hey,
you've already been in
almost-
enough car accidents, okay?
no kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm literally right beside where I had my car accident last week. So.
25 on religion.
Nice. And then add a guidance.
Yeah, D4.
27.
Nice. Good roll. Good roll.
Hot damn.
So what you know is he is the god of mysteries and horizons and also like the passage of time. That is what Krufix kind of his domain encompasses. You know that he is not very. He does not one of the gods that requires worship or, you know, these things that make the other gods stronger. Like, for example, Heliod requires the, you know, the worship and the love and the passion of his followers to kind of give him strength and make him important. Krufix doesn't really require that. And yes, he was one of the original gods. He is the twin to Clothis, the god of fate. And so there's not many like temples or statues or places that, you know, are in honor of him. He's also, because it's very old, there's not many people that kind of worship him anymore. It was more common in the past. There have been, you know, people have seen old temples of his, like in, you know, far off places and stuff like that. There was even a rumored temple of mystery that kind of sits on the edge of the world that people don't know exactly where it is, but it's been fabled that there was this ancient temple of mystery that sits on the edge of the world.
Okay. He's gonna think on that information and get back with you in a little while.
Cool.
The Thracian has a plan. It's a shit one, but it's a plan.
Why do we even plan?
Hey,
I
thought,
quit at this point.
look, I don't think it matters because I thought we agreed that this current plan we're on was a shit plan also. So,
That is true.
so it's right up our alley, buddy.
Yeah, no fucking doubt.
Yeah. So I guess I'm hanging out there next to Phoebe. She's sniffing more poop.
Yep. She like checking a couple trees nearby, and you guys find a few more trees that have been snapped and broken, laying flat, kind of blocking the direction you guys were going. So you guys have to take like detours. And like I said, after about another 3 hours or so, Phoebe kind of turns and looks at the rest of y'all, and she says, "I'm afraid I believe I might have lost our way."
Was that after the first poop or after the second poop you smelled? Because I am still trying to understand how smelling poop on the ground will tell us where exactly to go.
Well, I kind of had a general idea whether this place might be, but not exact coordinates. As far as the smelling of feces and fecal matter, it is more for determining what creatures might be in the nearby area and what we have to be looking out for.
And I kind of look up. Well, there's no sun to guide. Perhaps from above the canopy, trying to find the direction to go.
Possibly. It is starting to get dark out. And you guys look, you can see, the sun is getting lower and lower in the sky. The sounds of the the sounds of the birds are getting loud or getting quieter and beginning to, transition to the sounds of the night. You can hear like the cicadas going off. And
Perhaps
So
we draw
then-
camp and maybe takes time to think about where we need to be.
say, we may want to set up camp.
Yeah, I guess we can do that.
I guess I'll start setting up camp.
Yeah, that's rational help.
I'll get some firewood together.
As
Phoebe kind of like turns on. I don't recommend any of us sleeping on the floor. So let's build some hammocks to keep us off the ground. We don't want the insects and other creatures that search and hunt on the ground at night to be joining
we're
us
gonna
in our sleep.
we're gonna be sleeping in the tree or what? Like off the branches?
Right at that moment, he's like starts looking around at the floor. Just kind of like while
Make a
he's
perception
putting the-
check.
While he's putting the branches. I'm not
Is that
necessarily looking for anything specifically. He's just like now creeped out about the possibility of the forest floor. Why are there 2x4 with that?
Is that so we're sleeping in the tree? That's what we're doing?
She's recommending building hammocks, like in some of the trees, surrounding trees. You guys are like, the area you guys are in is kind of like surrounded by like 4 or 5 trees, like this little circle area.
Okay. Can I ritual cast alarm around everything?
Okay.
I'll
Certainly
take
done.
the time. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So if anything steps in within, I'll be woken up like that.
Okay.
So I can't be surprised. Haha!
Well, everybody will, because it'll fucking blare.
So, you all begin setting up hammocks. I would like everyone to make survival checks.
I will do that right now.
Survival.
Yes.
Jalapenos in mine's best attribute.
16.
14.
Guidance
14.
on myself.
I'm trying to load a iterations sheet. It takes
You're
a
good.
while.
You're good, Max.
It's because he's so cool and has all these awesome abilities.
No, I
Not
just
really.
rolled 20. Takes a while to load the second sheet.
Thracian rolled a 9.
Well, you had guidance, remember?
Yes.
Best cantrip in the game, baby.
11.
Okay.
I'm 11.
So, not bad. You all are able to put up some, okay, like some decent hammocks. Phoebe's kind of going around and helping you all, making sure, they're not destructive. A Thracian, when you get into yours, you feel like the weight of it kind of sag a little bit, like, like it's not the most sturdy of hammocks, but it should hold you, hopefully, throughout the night. So,
Fingers crossed.
He sets off the alarm.
follow
He falls.
Penio, you set up like a decent little fire, kind of lights up. You guys are kind of like swinging or like hanging on y'all on hammocks with the fire in the center of y'all in a circle. And she says, kind of looking around, so, you all claim yourselves to be heroes. What brought you to this idea?
Well, first, Felipe,
I didn't get the choice.
if I may correct you real quick, my friend, others have proclaimed us heroes. We have simply repeated what has been said of us.
Of course. But tell me, what are you heroes for?
Theros. For mortals, for life.
think she's asking reasoning, not for who. But I could be wrong.
It could be a little
Sergey
bit
just
of
kind
both.
of shrugs and Sergey just kind of shrugs and goes, "I can't fucking talk, so I've given up at this point."
As for why we chose to do this, I cannot necessarily say. Simply that it was the right thing to do.
We
If,
were going around so I could do funerals, found a tomb with a mask, and kind of got thrown into it and have not stepped out since.
pretty much it. We weren't quite searching to be saviors of any sort. We were quite young and ambitious, searching for adventure, and now I think we just want to sleep for a long time and rest.
She kind of looks over at a Thracian, like, I'm sure you can help them sleep for a long time, can't you?
That is my specialty, so I hear. I could do with a rest myself, but, no rest for the wicked. So they say.
She kind of looks over to Ixis and says, and what do you fight for, Silent One?
Crack.
I fight from what?
Those out of character continue.
Like, Jalapeno really wants to hear this answer. He's just like totally kind of doing this thing. Looking at Ixis.
I fight for my friends. That's all I need.
She says, I don't mean to pry, but through nature, I do have some abilities, and I sense a dark energy around you. What does that come from?
Oh, you must sense the fact that he died.
This is true.
And he was brought back. In fact, like kind of angrily, almost like a teenage kind of tantrum, he points at a Thracian. That's why he died too, because he got him killed. I just found that out.
Enough.
I go like that. I just found that out.
We both died and then made deals with the two different death gods, and here we are.
Ah.
But I made a deal with the one who's a bit more standoffish and doesn't like to fucking talk. So.
And what were these deals?
Service for our lives. Essentially, at their base. Slightly different for each of us, but I don't know the specifics for Ixis. He has not told me the exacts, but we serve them, we get to walk Theros once more, and who can turn that down?
And how
Can I
did
raise
you...
my hand?
Yes, Jalapeno.
Oh no, forgive me. I was participating. When my brother said who could turn that down, I simply raised my hand.
I guess what I'm wondering is, you say you died and came back and now serve the gods of the dead. But you did not tell me how you both died.
Drowning.
Whoa.
I'm sure there's a little bit more detail in that. And still, you have not said a word. Looking at Ixis.
Oh, okay.
Do you always let your friends speak for you?
I don't stop them if they speak up. We all have free will here. Or so we think. Anyways. I died trying to save my crew.
It's a very riveting story. Lots of detail there.
You're welcome.
I kind of look over at Ixis.
You see her kind of like narrowing her
She's
eyes and kind of looking Ixis up and down. and looking at Thracian up and down, and the rest of y'all just kind of, like military style, checking, what you all are about.
And I kind of look at Ixus leaning in. Hey, she was being sarcastic.
I know. I was too.
Is this the right time to be sarcastic right now, Ixus? Honestly, didn't you see we helped release the Titans? Can you just be for it now?
We did not release the Titans. That is not on our head.
I am just saying, Theros, the ones that went almost to war because of a crazy dream nightmare machine creature,
Wasn't because of
they are
us either.
going to blame us for releasing the Titans. I don't care what you say. I know the ignorance that is out there.
We killed the nightmare dream creature and brought the war to an end before it fully started, kind of. I feel like we do not need to explain ourselves completely. For
Yeah, but-
everything, at least. I do not mind clarifying things, but an interrogation is not needed on us. We have done our best, and we continue to do so.
I'm merely asking questions to get a better understanding of y'all's group and what y'all fight for.
Me and Ixus died at sea because of accidents, and were brought back. The satyr is, I'll let him tell his story, and the paladin is redeeming himself, I think. I don't know at this point. He was for a while, and he did a great job, and now he's just kind of weapons, armor. He likes toys. He's like a cat. And here we are. He has made a deal with 3 different gods for different weapons. And he's never happy with them.
I mean, no ill will, just curious. But in the meantime,
You mean no ill will?
I shall be back. And you see she jumps down off of her hammock onto the ground. I'm gonna go see if I can find us some food.
I can make food. Think.
I don't know, can you?
Spell check. Someone, do I have create food ready?
Do you even have? I know you have it. It's just I don't know if you
I'm
have it.
checking. Create food and water is not ready.
Never mind. Please
I
continue.
I think she just wanted to get away from our great personalities.
I think I want to get away from our great personalities right now.
You guys turn, and she's already gone into the forest. You guys are left sitting there with the campfire. Lane, you're kind of breaking up a bit.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Try something.
So, anything you guys want to do while you guys are sitting at the campfire waiting for Phoebe to get back?
Did she set off the alarm?
I think it's
you know what they
only
say.
enemies that set off the alarm, right?
The ass crack of Magnolia.
Let me double check that real quick. I'm gonna check in the compendium.
Do I sound better?
A little bit.
Always.
Yeah. I believe you set out what creatures you want to be able to walk through it. I think that's how I remember it.
Yeah, you can
also,
you can designate it. You can designate the creatures that are able to come in and out. And I can also designate if it's going to be a mental or a audible alarm.
Yeah.
Oh, and also I'm gonna put up Mordenkainen's private sanctum.
What the hell is going on?
Okay.
Wait, what is that?
Mordenkainen's private sanctum.
Yeah.
That's the little cloudy bubble that forms around us where no one can see into it.
We're in the trees.
Well, no,
That's Liamon's tiny hut.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, right. I'm putting private sanctum, which is just that little shield or that bubble that you can't scry into, you can't teleport in and out of.
Oh, okay.
Like whenever they look at it, they can't see us. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
I'm admiring my spear and I'm cleaning it, making sure it's just perfect and feeling its weight in my hands.
When you notice, Grexus, when you hold the spear, when it's not like actively being used in combat, it actually shrinks down to a bronze or golden rod about this big, and then you kind of like click it almost or like summon it, and that's when the spear kind of goes into its full form.
All right, I'm doing that. It's kind of like playing like a cat playing with a toy. You know, I just keep like clicking it, and it gets bigger, and then it gets smaller, and then it gets bigger, and then it gets smaller.
One of these days, Grexus, you're gonna stab yourself.
I kind of walk up to Grexus and I
Also, when it's active, there's like this bright glow that happens. I think it like gives off like a 15-foot glow.
Like
That's probably not good.
We're over here having a rave in the trees, like.
I kind of crouch near Grexus and put my hand on his shoulder. I suggest every morning you find the sunrise and you give a prayer of thanks to the one that gave this to you.
That's probably a good idea, Jalapeno. I'll do that tomorrow morning.
And then I kind of lean in.
Yeah, I think
Remember, he sank the city into the ocean. Like that. I kind of walk away.
His favorite city.
His favorite city is in the ocean. So yeah.
All right.
Kevin, I'm just not getting home. I've got to take care of a couple things. I need to get this computer set up so I can use it because I kind of need it.
Sure.
I'll be back. But I'm gonna retcon something that the Theros wants to do before he goes to bed, but it's not stupid uber important. So
Okay.
I should be back in the call in like a half hour. So
Okay.
wow,
Sounds good.
back.
Hang up already. Damn it. No.
I would say about 30 minutes go by. You guys have not heard about Phoebe yet, or back from Phoebe.
Can I take like a look around, see if I see like if she's coming back or which direction she took off in?
Sure, make a perception check at disadvantage.
Because it's night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you have dark vision, right?
Yeah, Devil's Sight. I think.
I have Devil's Sight. Yeah.
So not disadvantage.
Okay. I don't know what I got. 19.
19. Okay. The campfire gives like this warm, like 40-foot glow in the area. And then past that, you see, just, shapes of black and white, of colorless in the distance. You can kind of see past some of the woods. Even like as far as your Devil's Sight goes, you can't see quite that far as trees and thicket and brush are in the way.
They block everything.
So, but you can still see much better than your friends.
Yeah.
You look around in that area, you don't see anything. You don't see Phoebe.
Like no path that she went down or anything like that?
You see where she had gone, like the direction she had gone.
Yeah.
But you don't see anything there that stands out to you.
I'm gonna mention it to Jalapeno if he's still up. I'm pretty sure he's still up.
Yes, he's having a lot of trouble sleeping right now.
Hey, Jalapeno, I think. Do you see where Phoebe's at? It's been about 30 minutes.
No. She left 30 minutes ago, and I have not seen nor heard from her. Are you suggesting
we go find her?
We go find the ranger in the forest?
In the dark.
The most brilliant friend I have? Very well. I kind of hop off.
Roll off the
Grexus, it is time for us to smell some shit and find Phoebe. So,
Yeah, Grexus was like already falling asleep, so you know he was like purring and everything, and he's like,
Jalapeno feels like
okay.
he knows exactly what to do because he just followed Phoebe for hours. He's got this.
Oh god, we're gonna get fucking
You
lost.
see this weird sense of complete confidence right now. Like, he is walking around in the dark with his night vision goggles,
Well, can't
just
we have?
dipping his fingertips into poop, sniffing it. walking
I'm
forward.
allowing this to happen. Like as soon as
Yeah,
he walks
yeah.
up to like his first poop that he finds on the ground, I'm allowing it to happen so you can sniff it. I'm like,
This is-
a Thracian, would you mind sending a message to her?
Yeah, man, that's cool, dude. He has
I guess.
Leia right now.
I mean, we're about to go to bed, so I mean, he can waste the message spell. So see where she's at.
Phoebe, are
Oh,
you
God.
coming back yet?
Jalapenos like ankle deep into shit.
You see him waiting. I've gotten no response.
Oh shit, that's not good. Oh
Survival
shit.
6.
There's some interesting moss on this one side of the tree that you think definitely she went this way because of the moss and like where it was growing. You know, you kind of remember this thing about like what side of the tree of the
with
moss
you.
grows is important, and you know she definitely went that way.
That's exactly where I'm going, guys.
you know, being a Theoden, and you would think that
A Leonin.
Eliaden, I mean, I'm sorry, Eliaden, that I have better survival skills.
Nope. You're a
On the
house cat,
plane.
buddy.
Uh,
You
uh,
are a house
skills.
cat.
You've been
You're
broken.
like Garfield.
He's been
I'm
domesticated.
Yep.
You're Garfield, buddy. You like lasagna and naps.
Hey, I got a 17 though. Look at that.
All right, Grexus, you kind of, you know, follow your hunter instincts and begin sniffing.
I tell
And-
Grexus to try to search for fresh, was it Elven or human blood? Not Elven, no, she's human, right?
She's human. There are no
Yeah,
elves
too.
in Theros.
Oh,
Right. I was gonna say satyr, but no, she's a human. To search for human blood, like fresh human blood in the area. That should help.
Grexus, you kind of sniff around, and there's this, you know, huge mixture of smells and sounds, like a cacophony around you. And it's almost a little disorienting with your strong sense of smell. You're used to the, you know, the wide open plains of Theros and, you know, creatures being miles away, but it's hard to discern where certain, you know, how to pinpoint an exact direction, as there's, you know, hundreds and hundreds of, almost like you can almost smell thousands of creatures within like the mile radius that you guys are in. However, you kind of pinpoint one smell that seems somewhat familiar, and you swear that it's Phoebe coming from the like west direction that you guys were. And Jalapeno the Moss was the east direction. So, will you
Does
all like-
Grexus notify us of this?
Yes.
Such a dramatic pause.
Jalapeno kind of looks around and he's like, you know, that's exactly what I was thinking. She went west because the way the moss was here smashed, you notice here this indentation facing east. It's because I think she planted here and went west. Good nose, Grexus. And I head that way. In my head
Jalapeno.
going,
That's
"Sick."
very impressive.
I know. This is what happens when you learn the ways of the wilds, my friend.
Wow. in the back, like I'm just looking at a Thracian like,
Oh, like
Do you
level.
want to make an insight check?
I'm making an insight check. Fuck that.
Jalapeno,
Oh,
make a
that's funny.
deception check.
Yeah, good. You're at disadvantage.
Is that what it is? Is disadvantage to discern if you're lying?
I'm inscrutable, like a sphinx.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I pretty much have the same thing this guy has. people character tables. It just.
With my shitty ass insight. 7.
7.
Yeah, no. I am being legit. Too
Yep.
legit to quit, in fact.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's very convincing, Ixis.
I know really in my head that he doesn't know shit about being
No,
in the woods.
I'm telling you,
It's
that
just-
roll
he's really
in your
confident
head,
today.
that is
just
more
really-
than your head.
he's-
That is your
he's-
soul, bro. Your soul. That's 7. Deep in your heart, you are impressed right now, Ixis. I'm sorry.
It's like, whoa.
But if I'm dead, but if I died and came back, do I still have a soul?
Yes. It's just in your armpit.
Right.
So, you all continue on your way. I would like everyone to make perception checks.
I am taking my shield and spear out, so I'll put my shield on.
23.
I am going to roll perception. 25.
Oh,
25.
hey.
Nice.
Wow. Crit.
You wasted a crit on a perception check.
It's like you hear the sounds from the Bionic Man.
That way.
Let's give it up for the wasted critical of the night.
That is Max's one birthday gift for tonight.
Damn.
The one birthday crit.
So, Follow Penny, you feel very confident all of a sudden with you got your goggles on, you can see like, creatures along the wall that you feel like you normally wouldn't have seen, like you see a spider that crawls up one tree. You can see like these glowing yellow eyes staring down at you all from the top of the tree branches, and you kind of peer out their form with your goggles. You can see that they're owls that are just perched on branches looking down at y'all. Like huge eyes just looking, staring at
Just
y'all.
want to let you guys know, if you all have seen Emperor's New Groove, Jalapeno sounds like Kronk right now as he's sneaking by with his own theme music that he's whispering.
Wow.
Something like that.
And then when you passes by something something like an animal's walking by, just hold still.
Follow Penyo. With that
Yes.
high perception, and Ixis, you notice this too, and so does the Thracian. There's a bush, maybe 15 feet to y'all's right, begins to shake. The leaves begin to rustle.
I am going to hold Eldritch Blast.
I am just going to crouch in front of it with my mirror shield facing the bush, so if something comes out, it sees its own reflection.
Okay.
I go cha-ching.
You think it's a basilisk again?
That is exactly what I am like. I don't care if it isn't. I'm saying I had a
He's
really
terrified
bad
of
experience in the forest already.
He's terrified of that.
He is humming and singing because he's terrified right now.
I go cha-chink with my little spear, and it elongates, and the light comes out.
And now we all are all blinded.
We're all blinded.
Yeah. Your like goggle vision just go like, like when you see like a bright light in night vision.
Flares
out. Yeah, there's just this bright glow like daylight that happens from Grexus's weapon, just lights up that part of the forest. You can see the bushes rustle again, and something darts out from within, and then an arrow flies past Grexus, your head, into the tree, and you hear someone, "God damn it!" It's like,
I turn towards the noise and kind of almost like in the same stance in a Crowan soldier where he turns a shield and just knocks him to the ground and slams a spear on top, and he goes, "Hurry!" and turns back.
as you do that, you see the form of Phoebe coming out of a couple of the bushes. She's just kind of like this angry, pissed off face on her. She says, "I was tracking that rabbit for an hour now."
Oh, that's quite crazy because we were tracking you for like 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes tops. It wasn't even that long.
Oh,
and we
wow.
found the rabbit in that bush. It's like, I look back at Phoebe and say, I just want to let you know, we did not try to kill anything in the bush because you told us last time that we couldn't touch or kill anything at all. If not, we could have killed that rabbit for you and helped.
She see her like face
Just,
overhead.
and I look back at everybody else. Did anybody know that we're allowed to kill things now?
No.
There
I
is a
did.
time and a place and a way that we do things.
Phoebe, we were just worried about you. It seemed like you were gone a
Yes.
long time.
You're our friend. And of course, we had the brilliant idea, Phoebe, for those that grew up in the city to come and save the ranger that grew up in the woods.
She kind of walks up to Grexis. Says, "Shut that off right now."
Oh, okay. Sorry. Cha-ching.
I look at Grexis and go, I'm pretty sure that we're going to attract bigger, scarier things now.
Yep.
I look at Phoebe. Is this correct?
You see her. She's kind of looking off in the distance. She holds up one hand.
She already sees something bigger and scarier. She's holding her hand. Look, it means for us to be quiet and be ready.
I just like,
I think we're going to die.
You see her. She just kind of like her eyes are darting back and forth, scanning the tree line.
Does she know that I'm scared? I talk a lot when I'm scared.
Shh. See her just kind of like silently listening. She pulls out one arrow from her quiver.
I put my shield away and pull out my bow.
She knocks an arrow, begins pulling it back.
I copy her.
I'll hold two Eldritch Blasts again, like this, in the same general direction.
You see her immediately turns, launches the arrow into another bush, sticks into another tree.
No bunny.
She kind of walks up. You see her like reach behind the bush a little bit, and she pulls up what looks like a dead rabbit. And you see her. She kind of sets the bunny down onto the ground, kneels down on her feet. Not quite. She pulls out a dagger from her side. And you see her kind of bring the dagger up to her mouth, and she begins whispering a silent prayer.
I put the bow away and kneel down next to her, and don't try to offend in a sense of like mocking to try to attempt to see what she's doing, but just stand witness and to watch her do it.
Okay. So she Goddess Huntress, please forgive and bless upon this clean kill, for its life shall continue on, its essence given back to the world, and its energy given back to those who claim its prize. With that, she slams the blade into the rabbit and begins skinning it. After about 5 or so minutes of, cleaning up the kill and, packing it away, just, all right, let's head our way back. This blood is going to attract some attention.
That is exactly what I was thinking.
I guess we'll head back to the fire then, I guess.
All right.
So, Phoebe, how
yes.
long, perhaps, should we wait before we try to go rescue you again from the dangers of the forest that you are so familiar with?
Well, I mean, we did send her a message and she ignored it, so.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I was
Right?
tracking my kill. I'm now going to speak and get away with my position.
I look at it as someone who had knowledge of the wilds would know these sixes.
Look at Jesse's face. So
Hey, it's gonna be a fun night after all, guys.
So, y'all make it back to the campfire. You can hear it still crackling. And she begins to like cook the meat on the fire. You can smell, the smells almost like barbecue, just cooking meat kind of wafting into the air. You all have a pretty decent meal. It wasn't a large bunny by any means, but you all are able to have, a small portion of it. Yeah.
Grexus
She does not like stew.
He has like a little rabbit foot. Grexus is like,
Crunch, crunch.
Joke's on you guys. I still have rations.
You see her kind of hand over some of the cooked meat to Jalapeno.
I graciously accept, and I hand her a roll, like one of my little bread rolls that I have from my rations that I buy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, I don't go anywhere without having a bag of food in my bag of holding.
She kind of takes the bread rolls. She says, "I didn't need this, and I don't usually eat city food, but thank you."
Yes. Well, it's just so that it be a little heartier, as is we don't have as much meat. It is simple wheat and bread and a flatbread. I wouldn't call it city food because you kind of can make it like in a pan.
We don't often use pans.
Strange. I often find myself eating more plants than meat.
No, she was saying pans.
Oh, pans.
I thought she meant like cooking, like a cooking pan.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's what you said.
No, I did.
Okay. Yeah, she was saying she doesn't typically use pans.
Right. Tell me, Phoebe, would it be offensive to Setessa if I would seek to open a school for children here?
You're talking, you mean offensive to the city, or are you talking about a specific deity?
Offensive to the people. To Setessa, I believe, just like most places, a place is both its people and its god and its environment. I do not need to build a building of stone. That is not what's needed for a place of learning. It is simply how you gather. But again, what I wish to wonder is I notice you don't have much teachings on things like mathematics or histories of other places.
She kind of chuckles a bit. Well, the children in our city are worshipped. We call them our little bears. They run free, learning about the world through experience, through surviving in the woods. But so we've never needed a scholarly place of learning as you would typically understand it. But I don't think the people would find it offensive.
Fantastic. I have always said, you never know if you've actually ever needed something until you've actually tried it.
Indeed.
I start eating some of the meat.
And it's pretty well cooked. She did a really good job of, getting it at the right temperature and cooking it for the right amount of time. So
and the bread is pretty bland, just to let you know.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you guys would like to do before going to bed?
Do I have to redo the spell? Alarm?
No, I think it just lasts for like
8 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, if I don't have to redo the spell, then
we just go to sleep.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that spell is up so we don't get surprised by anything.
Thracian is like, don't worry. I will make sure we don't get surprised. I can't be surprised either.
Yes, we know, Thracian.
You're safe with me.
You know, he sounds like a Thracian.
Yeah, that's why And Lane just came in right before. Oh, he's gonna like I see him on roll 20.
Yeah. So you all kind of climb into your hammocks and kind of swing. Most of them made out of like branches and leaves and small pieces of cloth. As you guys begin to lay down, you can feel the hammock kind of sway every once in a while from a gust of wind that blows. The nightlife of the forest continues. You can hear the occasional sounds of an owl in the distance. Woo, woo, woo. The bright fire in the center of y'all begins to get darker as you feel your vision kind of begin to close, your eyes begin to get heavier and sleepier. As you guys all find rest for the next day to come. So, actually, was anyone taking watch?
Yeah, I'll go first.
No.
Go ahead and make a
No.
perception check, Rexus.
No, I'm saying Jalapeno is not keeping watch.
Yeah, he'll fall asleep on watch. We know that already.
Perception.
His age and everything's catching up to him, you know, like.
Perception. 14.
We're gonna die.
14. Okay. Grexus, you notice while you're kind of like sitting up in your hammock, you know, looking around, keeping an eye out on things, you see a large creature. Kind of obscured by some of the brush. Kind of pass by. You know, outside of the perimeter of Ixis's alarm. You see it kind of stomp. It's a four-legged creature, very large, very thick. It kind of like walks up to one of the trees. It kind of stands up on its hind legs and puts its back against the tree and begins like scratching its back on the tree. And then it turns around and you see it with its massive claws just grab onto the sides of the tree like it's hugging it, and it just begins like climbing the tree.
Is this by us or the trees underneath us that we're on?
You don't know, you're asleep.
Oh. Well, I would know because of the little alarm spell.
Well, it's not in the alarm.
Oh, okay.
So,
How far does that alarm go?
Well, I put it around the area we were sleeping, so if it came up to the area we were sleeping, then yeah, it would go off.
it's probably like 20 yards.
Okay. All right. So I just keep watching it as it goes up into the trees because I kind of want to see where it's at. It doesn't like climb. It doesn't climb. Excuse me, that stupid dog. It doesn't climb out on a branch, you know, closer to us.
Yeah. It kind of goes up, and there's a certain point. There's a certain point where it reaches like the top of the canopy, like the edge of the canopy, and then it disappears into the leaves.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I wake up Phoebe and I explain to her what I just saw because, you know, I'm not familiar with this type of animal and, you know, in case we should be concerned or not. And so I explain what it looks like to her and where it went.
She was like, you know, waking up like, all groggy. It's probably just a bear. Go to bed.
A big ass bear.
Okay. All right. Just a bear. All right. Well, if Phoebe doesn't have a problem with it.
Also, keep in mind, we have the private sanctum on, so I don't really think
they can't really. Yeah.
Well, they can look into your alls. It's not like, it's not opaque.
Mordenkainen's private sanctum?
Yeah, it's just like people can't scry into it. They can't teleport into it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just an area that I do that to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leomin's tiny hut is like the actual like bubble
The
shield.
building.
Yeah.
And then there's the mansion, Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion, which is the big like, you know.
You mean
Yeah, it says the barrier of the warded area appears dark and foggy, preventing vision, including
okay.
dark vision through it. Yeah.
Okay.
Sensors created by the divination spells can't appear inside or the protected area or pass through the barrier. Creatures in the area can't be targeted by divination spells. Nothing can teleport into or out of the warded area. Planar travel is blocked within the warded area.
Okay.
Man, I can you tell me I can toss this up at a boss battle?
What's the casting time?
Huh?
What's the casting time?
1 action.
Really?
Yeah, that would be
10
good.
minutes. Sorry, 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, never mind. That would be like we have to set that and then lower them into the battle. You know what I mean?
Let's do it.
We'll figure. We can make it work. We can make it work.
Let's not tell Kevin though.
Yeah.
So
okay, so yeah, it's pretty much it. They're just kind of like a little cloud bubble, a misty bubble.
Okay. Drexus, the rest of your watch goes uneventful.
Okay. So I guess I go and wake up. I don't know. I'll wake up Ixis.
Alright. Yeah, I'll take the watch. Oh.
Okay, Ixis. Make a perception check.
My best one. It's gonna be like a 0 watch. Perception. I don't know what I got. 17.
17. Okay. Ixis, you see, looking out into the darkness, maybe about an hour and so into your watch, as it gets closer and closer to midnight, you can see just every once in a while through the tree, it's almost complete darkness around, but you can see the occasional streak of white light coming from the moon, kind of shining in through the forest. And you can see where this one patch, slightly and dimly lit by moonlight. Something else, another light, begins to glow. This almost greenish orange color. And you see what looks like, it's hard to make out, but you see another creature begin to walk into the forest, between the trees. Mm-hmm. It's almost like self-illuminating, kind of giving off this glow around the area. It's almost like a feline type creature, cat-like, with these pointy ears, massive in size, maybe about the size of like a large lion of sorts, kind of striped on both sides like a tiger. Just long, thick tail, kind of giving off this glow, this aura of sorts. And you see it kind of like stops in the forest and turns and looks at you, Ixis.
I thought they couldn't see it. Okay.
And it seems just to be staring straight at you.
I'll just stare right back.
And then it turns once more and continues walking.
Do I know like what general direction it's walking?
Make a nature check.
Oh,
or a survival check, your choice.
It's gonna be nature because survival sucks. It's probably gonna be the same. Check. Yeah, gonna be nature. 8.
It's hard to tell. You don't exactly know where the moon is. And like roughly the moon is in a similar direction at this time of year to the sun, but it's hard to you can't tell where the moon is, or you can't tell. So it's hard to tell like specific direction, but you can kind of,
I know which way. Like, I know the tree it was on, and I know which way it went.
Yeah.
That's basically it. I just can't tell if that's north, south, east, or west.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And it,
All right.
you see it kind of like pass behind one. You see it almost like it gets wiped by a tree, where there's one thick tree here, and as this feline cat-like creature passes behind it, it disappears.
Okay. I'm just gonna remember where it's at, like mental note, so I can during daylight we can, if they want to go follow it, we can follow it. Would I know if that's like a sign or what kind of creature this was, or
Make another nature check.
oh damn it. Aha! 15. I don't know shit.
Even with the 15, you're quite unfamiliar with what this creature might be. You've never heard of such a thing.
I'll bring it up in the morning to Phoebe then. That's about it. I'll just keep an eye out for the end of the watch then.
Okay. You all go to bed. And after a few more hours, a few more watches go by. We don't have to play through the other ones.
Mm-hmm. No, I want to hear iterations.
I mean, honestly, as a team, if we have alarm and private sanctum up, do we need to keep watch?
I would feel a little bit more comfortable. I mean, at least have like one person at the beginning of the night watch, and then one person at the end of the night watch, something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
I just feel more. If we were in the city, no. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll just alarm the fucking door. Like, but out here, we're in the middle of the forest where everything can come active at night. Yeah, we need something up. Someone up at least.
Mm-hmm. Also, one more thing while you're sleeping, you do see while Grexus is snoring in his hammock, you see like this like spider web that's being formed by a large spider in Grexus's mouth.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not gonna say anything. He fell asleep.
What?
I'm gonna let him wake up with the spider web all over him.
It's a lot.
You're just gonna go like this, and you go, and you're gonna eat it in the morning.
Morning snack.
Right? Yeah. Well, scientifically speaking, an average human eats about 7 spiders in his lifetime while they're sleeping.
Yeah, statistically speaking, I call bullshit on that.
So, eventually, the sounds of the night become signs of the day. The songbirds become active once again. You can start hearing them in the distance as you all begin to rise in the morning. The fire that was once burning bright in the night has now gone to just a small smoking ember in the center of y'all.
I add some more wood, and I start making some bacon.
Okay. The smells of bacon begin to fill the air and fill your nose. Rexus, you wake up, and there's like some weird stringy stuff in your mouth. You can't tell what it is.
All right. I spit it out and pull it out of my mouth.
Ugh. Yeah, it's hard to tell with all the saliva and stuff, like what exactly it was, but it's just some kind of stringy stuff in your mouth. You do notice these golden rays of sunshine that begin to shine through the forest floor, kind of giving off, glowing against like this low fog. There's like this mist along the ground and begins to glow this orange color as the sun begins to shine through. This one beam of light beginning to shine on your face, Grexus. The rest of y'all begin to awake in the morning.
Okay.
I will tell Phoebe what I saw at night during my watch. Well, giant cat ghost thingy.
She kind of looks off in that direction. That is quite curious.
Do you think that is the blighted creature that's been killing things?
No, I don't think so.
Do you know what that was? I mean, I give her like the best description that I can. Where the hell is my pen? Sorry.
She kind of says, I'm not sure yet exactly.
I kind of look at her, and I just go like, "Make you frying bacon."
All right.
I have thoughts, but I don't know yet.
I always find when you have a thought, just let it out. It's how I lived my life.
As we can tell.
Well, it was said that Nylea once had a feline companion with her. That was her hunting friend that she used to hunt in the woods. And it fits a similar description to what Ixis was stating. So that might be what he saw, but I don't know for sure.
Do you think if we follow the general direction, it will help lead us to this grove? Because I don't know what's east, west, north, south in this place, and I can't see freaking moon, the sun or the moon. But it went from that tree that way.
That's west. She kind of points it out. Of course, that's west.
Okay, so we go west.
Think we do. Begin packing your things. We will leave shortly.
Jalapeno walks up, munching on some bacon. What I miss?
Go pack your things, Jalapeno. We move out soon. And yeah, just pack up all our stuff. And
All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before leaving?
check our spells. Make sure we have everything that we want for the day. Up. I don't know if Lane can hear us. If he wants to.
Jalapeno goes to make sure that Grexus did his prayer.
Yes, I did it. Jalapeno, thank you.
Good. I just
Insight check.
What was
Insight check.
Grex says make a deception check.
Oh shit! Oh yeah.
I'm not lying.
You haven't prayed yet.
Well, I was just kind of like to move things along. I was...
Sorry, you gotta get better than a 4.
He seems believable. Grex says, what was your...
Okay.
Grex says, what was your prayer?
Just to give me guidance and protect my friends.
Thank him.
Oh, and thank him for this powerful weapon that he has given me.
Let's just thank him. He's a pride-filled bastard. Put that nose up in there, Grexus. Put that nose up in there.
Make sure it comes out brown.
You feel like the sun, the Grex says that the sun glowing on your face is like a little brighter than normal. It's kind of like blinding you a little bit. So,
is that a mug?
Huh?
What was that? A mug?
No, it's like one of those things to keep water cold. Aluminum, metal things. I don't know. It's also a weapon.
Yeah.
So.
Throw it hard enough to knock someone out, especially if it's full.
So you all begin to gather your things, packing it up. You see Phoebe kind of meticulously, after you all pack your stuff up, make sure that the fire is out, that the land that you guys had used and the things that you had moved to set up this camp are all put back to the way it was, and that it doesn't seem like you all harmed nature in y'all's attempt to camp. That it was put back to how it was, and everything was nice.
I help her with that.
Okay. So you all continue following the path that Ixis stated out in the night.
West.
Yes. Kind of following where this mystical creature, mysterious creature had, traversed. You all begin following that direction.
I'm kind of trying to stay close to Phoebe as he's walking, and I'm looking for some more of that purple shit.
Okay. Make a survival check.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm. See this.
19.
Damn it! What the?
That'll do, pig. That'll
It's his
do.
birthday.
Yeah, it's his birthday. Roll 20 knows about it.
All right. So you look around. You don't see any more of that discolored fecal matter in the area. You do see what looks like a set of footprints on the ground.
Like 4 legs or 2 legs? Like paw prints or footprints?
Paw prints.
Okay.
Fairly large. You know, they kind of look similar to Grexus's, but maybe about 50% bigger.
Yeah, I kind of look over towards Phoebe and go,
She kind of looks back and is like, what was that?
and I point down at the footprints like that. At the paw prints.
She's like, what are you doing?
Getting your attention.
She just kind of stares at you for a while. Just she walks over.
I'm not familiar with many of the native sounds here. Forgive me.
And she's like, of course, but you don't have to make animal sounds to call me. You just say, hey, Phoebe, over here. That is fine enough.
I was in the moment, perhaps. Is
Anyways.
this what we're looking for?
She kind of looks down and inspects it. Let me make a roll for her.
It'd be awesome. She rolls a 1.
She says, these do look like how Ixis described. So, this is a good sign. Where we're heading.
Okay. I'm just gonna take that as a good thing.
In the meantime, I must do something really quick. She kind of looks up to the tree line, and she kind of brings up 2 hands. She's like, you see as a bird kind of flies down onto her hand. It's like this little, it's actually a fairly big bird. It's like a hawk that comes flying down, or like a falcon that lands on her arm, on like the leather sleeve of her arm. And she's here kind of whisper to it. And the bird flies off. She's, all right. Let's continue.
If I wanted to recreate that sound she made, would that be a performance check? To mimic it?
Hey, really quickly, y'all.
Yes.
I'm not going to be able to join back because I just got home and got my stuff hooked up and was getting ready to join. And my buddy who lives here, because he has a little thing on the back of the house, called me. He dislocated his ankle and it's literally fucking sideways. So I'm waiting on the ambulance to get here and we're going to be going to the hospital tonight. So,
Oh no.
Yeah,
Well,
fun.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, he's done it before, but it looks like a fucking, I'm not gonna lie, it looks like a fucking comic where it's like, oh god, my ankle's sideways. It quite literally is. I almost threw up.
Just pop it back into place.
Yeah, no, not doing that. I'm not gonna be responsible. So I will re-retcon the stuff that Theros wanted to do it later. I'll call you probably tomorrow, Kevin, maybe at some point.
All right.
I will talk to you guys later.
Are we
Best
still up
of
for
luck.
tomorrow?
All right, buddy. Be safe, then.
Yes, we are playing tomorrow, Jesse.
All right.
Right.
Peace.
So, Jalapeno, I would allow a performance check to see how well you can mimic it.
Good. I'm not going to do it right now. I mean, that poor bird's
Okay.
going to get confused.
Okay.
You know, you should just
Well,
send him
that
off.
bird-
I do.
Yeah, that bird's already gone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do it now, but it's just. I just want to know that that's
know
the
how-
skill I would use.
You don't know how well it might work, as you sense there was a little
Right.
bit of a magical component to what she was doing.
Yeah,
but-
in the sense, like, I'm going to use it to communicate with her.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, since I did that original sound.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
yeah, she did cast Animal Messenger. So that's what she was doing. So, you all continue on your way along this deep, dense forest. The trees feel like they're almost suffocating. And you almost get this sense of like claustrophobia as you feel like the forest gets denser and denser, kind of pushing your way through around each tree, through the bush for about another, I would say another hour or so. Before you see the tree line begin to get wider and wider. The trees beginning to separate a little bit more. And you see a break in the trees where it seems like there's a large opening of sorts, almost like a circle. And as you guys approach, you can see what looks like these stone, even almost like Stonehenge. These like stone pillars that kind of sit in a weird arrangement on the ground, kind of standing up at different various heights and sizes. Most of them, if not all of them, covered in thick moss and vines, and kind of surround each one that stand there as you all enter.
Looking at the stones, are they similarly placed to how the summer, like the caves, what do they call it? There was a summer, the fall one, the equinoxes?
The nexuses.
Yeah.
Is it similarly placed like that with the stones?
Make a, I would say, just make an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence.
Sorry, guys. I went ahead and hit mute before I sneezed. Okay. So intelligence 12. Now, I do have Ifara's votary. So when I do an intelligence check, I can re-roll the dice if I want to. So I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, I'll try it right now. I'll re-roll it right now. Hopefully I get better than an 8. There we go.
Nice.
15.
15. All right. It doesn't seem, it's hard to tell at first, as you can, kind of get an overall idea of what these are. But after about, 5 or 10 minutes inspecting the rock and its layout, it does seem similar to the layout of Satesso, with the large tree in the center and the 4 seasons of nexuses surrounding each side.
I kind of I mentioned that to Phoebe as we go, and like as I point to the stones, I'll say like summer nexus, winter nexus, the great tree, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. It's actually like a set of 3 stones in the center for worshiping the 3 trees. As you guys get a closer look, it seems... Actually, everyone make investigation checks. Jalapeno, Malacos.
I had a 30.
Another natural 20.
Wow. Save him for the battle. He's on fire.
I don't believe it.
Ixis is blind.
Jalapeno, you see easily under the thick moss and vines, it seems that the stones themselves have these carvings. There's engravings under the like with some kind of sigils or symbols underneath, but they're obscured by the vines.
I gently move the vines from the stone, like kind of like carve them up to where they pull off, almost like a carpet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I lay them off to the side so as not to like just break and destroy the vines, and start revealing as many of the inscriptions and glyphs.
As you go to grab the vines and begin pulling them off one by one, and also kind of trying to push off the moss that had grown around it.
Yeah, like if I can, I'd get my knife and scoop underneath the moss so I could lift the moss off and place it on the ground, kind of thing.
Yeah. As you do that, you see the sigils themselves begin to glow. Each one giving off this like separate color.
I'm going, Phoebe, is this a bad thing? I slowly kind of start putting moss back on the stones.
You see, you hear it. And as you guys look, you see the trees before you begin to shake and quiver.
I don't wanna.
You see, like, where the roots of some of the trees are begin to lift off.
I move to the 3 stones at the very center of the thing.
Yes. And as you do that, you see what looks like the trees themselves begin to come alive. Their limbs become animated. These large canopies of trees making up the top of their heads as they begin to walk, as 2 of them. As you see these 2 massive, maybe 30-foot tall, 40-foot tall treants begin to approach y'all.
Phoebe,
What do we do?
Do we strike a defensive posture or greet them with words?
I don't believe these ones are friendly.
Ah, shit.
And that's where we're going to go to break.
Okay.
All right, this is the way we cook it.
So, with that, we're going to go to break, everybody. We'll be right back in just a few moments. And we'll pick up
And
with
after
this.
a few more beers.
Hey.
We do not promote drinking alcohol on the stream.
Not-
Ah.
Not a drop, guys.
So, with that, we'll be right back, everybody. And we'll see you all in just a little bit. Boop. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Get it, Kevin. Get it, Kevin. Come on. Come on, Kevin.
are the gods who hold dominion over the world. The givers of light. The stewards of the wilds. The guardians of the dead. Some manipulate mortals. Create catastrophes. Send monsters to terrorize the land. Such are the whims of the gods. And I am here, the greatest of these. Yet something ominous gnaws at the edges of my world. Akros is home to fierce warriors, yet they struggle against hordes of minotaurs. In Meletus, the city of philosophers, oracles foresee disaster. And Satessa, a haven in the wilds, is terrorized by monsters like none have seen before. My world is filled with heroes, but none of them are strong enough to defeat the enemy hiding in plain sight among them. Yet, I know one who is. She does not wish to be a hero, but fate has other plans for her. Elspeth will save Theros from the usurper who would steal it from me. Darkness approaches, and she must become the hero she was meant to be.
So much power. So much adoration. And what do the gods do with it? They meddle. Ithara coddles the humans like children, while Phoenix, ever amused by their torment, finds new ways to enjoy them. Karametra strives to keep the mortals sheltered from the gathering shadows. And Mogis has seized the opportunity to set his minotaurs upon them. But standing among their ranks is the sun god's champion, Elspeth. Will her heroism be enough to save them? Oh, yes. So now, they revel in their victory, while I make my place in the sky, among the gods. Darkness approaches. May the fates aid any who venture into the night alone.
When does a hero's journey begin? The moment you step outside the safety of your homes? Or when you realize the fight has just begun? Is it when you comprehend how small you are compared to the vastness of what threatens to destroy you? When did you learn that the journey isn't a lonely road, and you didn't have to face the darkness alone? Lesser souls lose heart and lay down their swords, but a champion risks everything for the greater good. Take comfort in this. True heroes never die. The sun rises, the sun sets. But we all have to cross the river someday. Even her. Resign yourself to your glorious fate. I am coming to claim my prize.
Okay, so the first one will be
We are back. Sorry about that, everybody. Just realized our voices were muted.
16 to hit. That should hit. Does it?
That just hits.
All right. So that would be. Let me take off the sneak attack because you want to be like
That's
that.
11 points of damage.
But still on advantage. All right, and that one misses.
It's like we do so much worse at advantage. It's just so
Yeah,
fun.
no. That was my turn.
Remember that one time you guys were at disadvantage? You guys were rolling really well.
No shit.
Y'all should just guys, just roll better.
No, throw something. Kevin, I will walk over there and throw something.
Grexus, you're up.
Rexus?
All right, I'll be right back.
I think 3 more attacks you're doing, man, buddy.
Yeah. Well, plus I get the extra D8 on each of them.
He's hurt.
All right. Here goes one.
I'm confident with like 1 more attack and another level 3 smite, and it's gone.
18 hits. Roll an extra D8. So 30 points
30?
damage.
That 30?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Is it still up?
He's still up.
Here comes
He's
attack 2.
He's looking pretty rough though. 24 points of damage. He is
And
really bad. He is really bad.
And the D8. Here's the D8.
Oh, this might do him in. So 29. Grexus, how do you want to do this?
I still got 1 more hit.
Well, technically, you can move down and hit this one down here or this one over here.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. I will, I don't know. I just stab the spear right into his center, just splitting the wood in half, and it comes all the way out the other side.
Yep. You stab through, and there's this flash of light, splintering the wood into hundreds of pieces, shattering onto the ground. And this one is down. Where are you going, Grexus?
Is a spell that summoned these guys in because it went down, or
No.
All right. Let me see. 5, 10, 15, 20.
What happened?
I can reach this guy, right?
yeah, this one was attacking a Thracian, just to let you know. So you probably go that guy,
Yeah.
or this guy who's attacking your best friend Jalapeno.
And Phoebe's pretty hurt over here too.
Yeah, I gotta follow a Thracian. Sorry, Jalapeno.
Damn.
I'm gonna make you dance when this is over.
All right.
You're gonna slow
So
him.
So I come down
Oh,
here.
you slow him and you make him dance, and then he's like.
So he's like-
All right, I come down here. I still got my 1 more attack, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oops, where'd my thing?
Hey,
And
Kev, have you checked my sheet? It looked like everything in my weapons like doubled.
What?
Yeah, I'm just noticing that. That's why it looked weird, because everything's really long, but like iron spears there like 3 times.
all right, ready?
Anyway.
Are you me messing with your sheet, Max?
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah! Wow,
Uh-oh, 18. Did that hit?
it was weird. Okay, we'll fix
Oh no,
that
I'm
later.
sorry. 32. Oh, I critted.
Nice, Grexus.
All right, so that's 33 damage there. And then I still get my D8, right?
Yep. That also doubles, so it's 2d8 actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
It's all dice double. So it's an extra 7.
14. No.
All right, so
No,
so
no,
that was
just 7.
wait, what did I say again? 16 and 17 is 33 and 7. So 40 damage on that hit.
You guys hear just like as Grexus slams into this tree with the spear.
Okay, and then I'm gonna put a divine smite on it too.
It like okay, cool.
Max it out. Might as well.
All right, so that is
So that was 40 points of damage you did?
yeah,
Okay.
and that's a 4d8, right? If I go all the way to the top.
Are you gonna go all the way to the top?
Yeah. What the heck? Here
Max,
we
you're
go.
muted.
Just do a level 2. Oh lord.
Oh, too late.
Okay.
21. It only had 4 hit points left anyways
I was gonna
after
say.
that. So, so he wasted the spell. But that's all right. As you come diving in with your spear. There's another like huge flash of light energy that bursts from the area, splintering another tree. So Grexus destroys one tree, runs across the map, jumps and destroys another tree. It's like it like goes in it like as he hits it, it like goes into like that anime slow motion like
I figure with a hit like that, it was just kind of that video game when you hit it and it just pops out of existence. Has that little weird glitch.
Yeah.
It just goes into the phantom realm.
Yeah.
You know, and I haven't even used my special powers with this weapon yet.
It's like when we were playing Insurgency and you guys like flipped into the nether realm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, remember that?
You just like go under the map and you just see it start disappearing.
It's the first time I've ever flown a Jeep in that game.
I was in the machine gun going, what the heck?
All right. So that we come to a Thracian's turn.
Get in the fight, Thracian.
Okay.
Guys, I think Grexus does too much damage.
Can we move this thing down here?
So we got a spiritual weapon and a flying sword fighting the tree.
Does the weapon get advantage now?
No.
I'm just messing with you.
Guys, I think we're in a petition that Grexus does too much damage.
Nope.
Hey, that's okay.
19 to hit for
That's why I got a god
19
spear.
force
Okay?
damage.
19 force damage.
Wait till everyone else gets their weapons.
Yeah.
They're gonna be doing some damage too then.
No, you got smites.
Yeah, you got smites.
It's adorable that you think that about us, Scott, but no. And I'm okay, honestly. Like, there's a reason why I inspire you from the beginning, and I do a lot of shit for you to take these things down. This is Operation Get the Cat to Fight. Okay, and then for his action, Thracian, that was a bonus action, so 14. And for his action, he will cast Blight on that tree. So Constitution save, please. DC 20.
All right.
You should have put Bane, because that's a wisdom save.
Too late. 14.
And, failed. And he'll cast it at 6th level for the hell of it.
Ooh. So it's 5th level going up to 6th.
Ooh.
Oh, that should have been 7, but you know.
Yeah.
All right.
41.
54.
Good lord.
54 without the extra dice.
He is really hurt after that.
Oh, I hope Phoebe gets to kill it. Oh, I'm next. All right.
Let's go, Jalapeno, at advantage.
So what is that supposed to be? D8s?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he needs one more D8 because remember he has that up level thing. Forgot about that crap.
Is access to the 6th level spells, or is it?
He has one 6th level spell.
Oh wow.
And so I burned it.
So 2 points of extra damage.
Yes. All right. Now it's Jalapeno's turn.
All right, he's looking pretty rough. Let's see if Jalapeno can end him.
Should I do psychic damage or just hit him?
Just fucking kill him. Do whatever it takes to kill him.
Right. Okay. I mean, I guess I'm gonna try to hit him with my spear. I'm gonna do my last 2 superiority dice into it.
Oh shit.
I will do distracting strike again.
All right, go for it.
Hiya. 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 Not 20.
16 just hits.
I knew. All right, good. All right, so that is 12 damage. He is distracted. Hell with it. You know what I mean? I will do disarming strike.
How?
It does. I don't know, dude. It's pointless. It's just I can't distract him twice.
You gonna cut his arms off or what?
And
24.
24 for 11.
Jalapeno, how do you want to do this?
Yes, Grexus, we're 2-2, buddy. The powerhouses of the team.
Whatever.
Yeah, like when Jalapeno fights with his spear, he kind of looks like from Game of Thrones when they had Oberyn Martell when he's fighting.
Oh yeah.
He's like kind of spinning around, flipping, and he's striking, swinging it around, stabbing forward, and that's kind of what he looked like in front of this thing.
He does a
Kind of
butterfly
them.
kick and like swings the spear under him as he goes, and
And he like spins it under his chin, and then finally comes up like up to its throat, whatever, and kill shot.
You see it.
And
You see it begins like backing up towards Ixis as it's falling.
And right as the tree falls, I cast Prestidigitation to make my hair feel like wavy. And as I'm
Okay.
staring at Evie with that kind of my spear, just like that, and it's like everything is just glittering and floating around me.
You need to keep a billowing, my friend.
You see, as the tree hits the ground, it instead of hitting with a thud and like falling like a tree, it hits and it just and it turns into basically a group of butterflies that flies away.
Oh, okay.
I kind of put the spear and shield away. I come and, do whatever best healing I can for anyone who needs it. Or actually, I'll let Atheration do that.
Phoebe heals herself with the cure wounds.
Okay. So I walk up and sit down right there next to Phoebe, take out one of my rolls, start eating it. So does this happen in places like this often?
Do you mean that there are killer trees that come and attack people in front of a grove, a magical grove?
Well, yes, actually, specifically that.
I don't know. I don't imagine so.
Can I tell you a secret, Phoebe?
Sure.
I did not like putting these trees down. I mean, I've always loved trees. They give us shade, they give us fruit, they give us food. Why would they attack us? We're coming here to try to save Theros.
Are we going to do a short rest?
I don't know. Yes, we will in a little bit. I don't know. It seems that they were cursed of some sorts.
Cursed, huh?
She like stands up and she starts inspecting the different stones and the sigils on them and stuff.
Yeah, Duration, he has something where you can search for, or is it? Can't you see if something's been desecrated?
Yeah, he should have something like that.
Grex's has that as well.
Okay,
What's
yeah,
that?
he'll check for desecration.
Divine sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to look around and see if I can find...
And yeah, Jalapeno will do an investigation check, try to see if he can...
I'll help him.
He takes out like this little glass, little stone, and he's looking through it. Like a magnifying glass.
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Oh, I accidentally still rolled an advantage, sorry. 18.
Not bad. So you begin going around and you start inspecting the different stones, and it seems that all the like corrupted vines that had like surrounded the various stones had now been dispersed back into the ground. The grass around them seems to be more lively as you see flowers beginning to bloom and blossom around the various stones. Phoebe kind of steps down and says, I think this place has been restored back to its original form. I wonder why such a thing would be cursed, and why such a creature would lead us here.
God's...
Perhaps it was a test?
Perhaps.
Or perhaps there are titans within the earth as well.
You see Phoebe kind of stands up and looks into the forest, like past you all. She says, she see her kind of like staring hard into the forest.
I will knock a bow and turn towards what Phoebe's staring at. When you do that, Phoebe, I get scared. And I kind of move next to her.
Falapenya, you start seeing this warm, glowing light coming from the forest edge. You're muted, Max.
I'll pull back on the bow and say, does anyone else see that light approaching?
Do not go towards the light, Father Peno. That's the,
I don't know. Can we see it?
Yeah. You all turn.
Yeah.
You all turn and you start seeing a similar light, and you see Phoebe kind of puts her hands on Falapeno and tells him to pushes his bow down, pointing towards the ground.
I do as instructed.
And as y'all do, you see what looks like a very large feline creature beginning to emerge from the woods.
I instantly pull up my hands again.
I put away all my weapons.
Okay.
I kind of close my eyes a little bit and kind of gulp. And I walk slowly towards it, offering like my palm of my hand to it.
Yeah. And you just see it's a massive tiger-like creature with these pointed. Have you ever seen oh my gosh, what
like
are they called?
Like
a lynx.
Like a lynx?
Yeah. Like a lynx where it has like the pointed ears, and then this like lion's mane, but where the mane comes down to its chin, there's these two long strands of hair, almost like ponytails or pigtails that come down from its chin. It does seem very similar to what you saw exist that one night. You can see in the shadows of its form, like where the shadows would be, there seems to be like a starscape where you can see the hint of glittering stars and nebulous clouds that kind of make up its body.
I'll lean into Phoebe and be like, that's what I saw.
Beautiful.
As
Nice.
it begins walking towards y'all.
As I'm offering my hand, I kind of take a knee and I speak out loud. We come in search of your lady, and we come to serve the goddess of the forest, where we fear her domain is in imminent danger.
Hold on, give me a sec.
I look back. Phoebe, does it understand me?
Headbutts you. Wham! I like how the only one that everyone's been trying to eat, which is basically you, walks up to a giant astral fucking lion. Like,
well, I figured I'm the most expendable out of the whole group.
I don't know, when you're fucking buffing us like this. And
Thank you.
Oh shit.
Chumbacheco.
Is that coming from the lion?
You have restored this land to where it once was, removing the vile curse from this ancient holy site. And you see the lion, this tiger lynx creature, like walks up to Falapeno and begins it like touches its nose to Falapeno's hand, and its nose like takes up like your entire palm. It's just like,
I wonder how big its teeth are.
You are absolutely beautiful.
Do I see a puddle of
Great goddess.
water around Falapeno's legs?
Would you be offended if we asked to speak with you?
give me a sec.
Trying out voices or what?
No, I'm looking for some notes. Okay. The lynx begins to like walk in circles around the stones.
I am Falapeno Milagros, the mouth of Nyx, speaker for the Companions of Strength, son of Ifara. And we seek your aid, for it seems Titans have returned, and we were quested by a great oracle to seek uh, your help. I kind of like don't want to say that we want your bow. You know what I mean? That's just such a like, hey, can we borrow your bow? But yeah, so what could some humble yet courageous, heroic, and handsomest heroes of Theros do to perhaps earn the use of your bow to re-imprison the Titans? And I kind of look back at the group and I give a thumbs up, like, hey, that sound good to you guys? Like,
In ages long past, Nylea loved her dryad companion, Rasta, as a sister, and the two spread wonders across Theros. One day, Phoenix, envious of the pair, and stung by some forgotten slight, transformed Rasta into a terrible monster to prove that the goddess's love was based on beauty, not through kinship. Seeing the unfamiliar creature, Nylea was horrified and drove her away. Shattered, Arasta retreated and has terrorized the god's servants ever since. To this day, Nylea remains deeply pained by Arasta's loss.
if Nalea wishes like a new body, a new best friend, I mean, what better friend than Jalapeno Milagros? I have stories, songs.
You must find Rasta to learn of what her fate might be, in hopes of restoring her to what she once was.
How do you spell her name?
Okay. Orasta, of course. We will do as the Lady of the Forest requires and demands. Just one more thing, if I may permit. I wish to know a bit more, if perhaps you have some information on gods who may curse other mortals, and how to possibly lift curses.
The lynx stares straight at Jalapeno. These vibrant green eyes that kind of also match the like starscape and nebulous light of the Nyx. And as it says, the secret of your curse and of what your mother did lies with the Rasta.
Kind of look back at the other guys, goes, I guess I am cursed.
I knew it. Pay up a Thracian. Like
I look back at the lynx. I bow my head, and I take some slow steps back. Another slow step back, and I ask Phoebe, "Do you know perhaps where we can go find, or where we can search for these?"
Phoebe's like,
wait. I look at Thracian. Did we not go to the court of Orestes, or is that something different?
something different.
Okay.
That was at the court of Arestos.
There, that's the one.
This is Arasta, so Arasta. That's how you spell her name.
I spelled it right then. All right.
I kind
And
of
you hear from the lynx once more. It says, I shall show you the way to her lair.
Oh shit.
I walk up back to the lynx. What can I call you? what name do you prefer?
He's like, screw you.
The lynx kind of stares at Jalapeno and turns and begins walking into the forest.
It's female, right?
Don't know. Don't.
I'm looking. Do I see any balls wagging while it's walking away?
You can't tell. You have to get a closer look.
I guess I follow along.
Trying to check or what?
No, I mean I'm just following along, like you said to follow it, so I'm following.
All right, the rest of y'all begin to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go soon though. To be
All right,
honest, guys.
we're about to cut out here. So let me leave y'all off on a note before we go.
A high note.
Yeah.
Oh, God, damn it. That hurt my ear.
Sorry, no Brooks jokes,
No,
guys.
Kevin hurt my ear.
I can go higher if you want.
No. I will literally throw something at your door.
Hold on. I'm trying to find my notes here. Aha.
Sorry.
All right, guys, catch me up. They're calling me already. I gotta go.
All right,
All right,
you're
man.
good.
Good night, guys. Love
Night.
you, buddy.
Good night.
As you guys approach and head your way through the forest, the trees and everything, you feel like the light itself around you begins to get darker and darker, only lit by the lynx in front of you. Grex says you can feel this coldness. It almost feels like Heliod's light is strained. It almost seems like the trees themselves begin to suffocate and encroach on your space as you guys begin to get closer and closer to this area. The sounds of the life around you begin to fade. There's this deep mist along the floor, kind of obscuring the ground as it feels like it creeps and crawls, almost like as the wind blows and the mist kind of crawls up your leg. It feels like it's kind of like grabbing and reaching at you, pulling you down to the ground.
We're going to hell.
The trees themselves feel like they're, grabbing and holding on to each other in these wicked and twisted fashions. You can see it not very hard, what seems like large spider webs that cling from tree to tree. And these trees are, a good distance apart. These are massive spider webs. As you guys begin to get closer and closer, the webbing getting denser and denser, almost covering the entire tops of the canopies of the trees. You can feel like your footsteps beginning to get stuck as they stick to the ground, pulling the web off the ground with you.
Ow.
You can see in front of you, after about another 10 minutes or so in this dense area, you swear, Ixis and Thracian, that you see large spiders in the distance. You can see what looks like things, shapes, hanging, and they've been tied up and spun around in web that hang from the treetops and swing. Some of them looking like humanoid figures, just swing from the treetops. You can see
this.
You can see other large. You see one, what looks like half-eaten deer that's stuck to another large tree webbing. Half of its body seemingly torn off, and the rest of it just stuck there, dead, lifeless. You continue forward. You can see in front of you what looks like a massive, large cave with webbing that seems to be holding it closed in front of you. About maybe 50 feet from y'all, you see this cave before you, and that's when this lynx stops. And as you arrive at this new lair, this lair of Rasta. That is where we'll end our session tonight.
Dun dun dun.
So that's where we're gonna pick up to, next week, everybody. Thank you all for watching.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank you.
We are super excited you guys were here. I know we had a little bit of an audio issue there for a few minutes.
A minute. Sorry about that. Yeah.
So sorry about that, but until then, we will see you all next week. Good night, everybody.
Night, guys. Thanks for watching.
Good night.